Hello, everybody. I'm in the car. This is Conor McGilligan. This is added time without Callum Fowler. The righteousness, everybody, is out the window. The I get everything right of Callum Fowler. It's not here. It's, do you hear that? Peaceful. Peaceful. It's nice. Do you know? No Sunderland hate, Leeds hate, Burnley hate, Forest hate. None of that. Just neutral. It's nice, isn't it? He's not here, everybody. Apologies to Callum, though. I've actually come home to see the parents in sunny old Yorkshire, and basically I can't have my regular setup at home. So my parents, both of them, do shifts. My brother does shifts. So unfortunately, I can't come back, say a big hello, and start recording with that gobshite from Barnsley with his voice and cadence and tone. I can't do it. So apologies. We'll be back with the proper added time. Some of you will just prefer it with me. Some will. I doubt you all will, to be fair. You're here for Fowler, I know you are. But let us know your score predictions in the comment section below. Last week, I'm going to flash up the scores right now, everybody. And really, well, a much better week for me. Five correct scores. Cal got 4 correct scores. He's still leading the way, 12 points ahead of me, but there is a long way to go. We're going to be starting off with Callum first, because he's not here. I'll let him go first. He has gone with an interesting Chelsea 2, Everton 1. Now, I've gone with a 2-2 in this game. The reason behind that is I think Everton at this moment in time are really growing into the season. Chelsea just unpredictable. I don't know what you're going to get from Chelsea. I've absolutely no idea. Obviously, you know, you're looking at the return of Dewsbury Hall. I absolutely love, like, even just like Alcaraz. I'm a massive fan of Alcaraz. I think Thierry Barry's got his goal now, hasn't he? In the 3-0 win over Nottingham Forest. Everton just need that consistency right now. I still think they're a little bit top-heavy in terms of quality, but I think Everton have got more than enough to get something against Chelsea. Chelsea need something to click. I think they still need the likes of, you know, Palmer and Neto to just build that synergy again for this season. Obviously, I believe they're going to be welcoming back Caicedo as well for this game, so that's going to be a big boost as well. So I can see why Cal's gone for a 2-1 Everton. But I'm going to go with a 2-2. I think Everton are going to get something here. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section, everybody. Liverpool at home to Brighton. Brighton, I thought, were unlucky last week. Some poor decision-making, I thought, in that second half, but they were unlucky not to beat West Ham. But West Ham on that counter-attack, on that transition, is so dangerous. I've always thought this, and Hammers fans, let us know in the comment section below when it comes to Callum Wilson. Don't get me wrong. I think when he's fit, very decent player. But I just think West Ham are just missing that focal point when it comes to a striker. If they got a focal point in January, that team is very decent. They've got a lot of quality in and around Bowen, Somerville, Paqueta, Matias Fernandez. I think they've got a lot of quality in and around the box and a lot of really decent providers there and space manipulators. I just wonder about that number 9. Like, Callum Wilson provides a lot when it comes to bringing you out, maybe winning free kicks, but it's that element of being a real danger in the box when it comes to out-and-out finishing, but also being able to knock the ball in the back of the net and flick-ons with your head, and just being of that stature of which you can build the team in and around, that triangle base. You know, you've got Bowen just behind, Somerville just behind, and that spearheading in attack. I just think there's more attributes needed from Callum Wilson. And I think that's why if West Ham went out and got a proper out-and-out striker, I think who's a little bit more durable and fits Bowen and Somerville a little bit more, I genuinely believe that West Ham are going to shoot up that table, but I don't think they will. So Brighton coming up against them, they got into the game, but I just feel there's an element right now with Brighton which is very unpredictable. Cal's gone with a 2-2 up against Liverpool, who knows what we're going to get. I've gone with a 2-1 Liverpool. Moving on to one of the games of the weekend, in my opinion, because I think if Burnley lose this, they're in. Look, if they win this game, they go from, 10 points to 13 points. Let's say if Leeds lose, if Forest lose or whatever, which could happen this week, and they stay on 15, Burnley are right back in the conversation all of a sudden. That is all it takes, which is crazy because I was writing them off last week. I was like, no, I think they're done. But I think in just terms of quality, in terms of production, in terms of even keeping the ball out the back of the net, Burnley, in my opinion, are done. Cal here against Fulham has gone with a 1-0 Burnley win, which could be a great shout. I think that is a poor shout from Cal. I think that's a poor shout. The reason behind that is because I think Fulham have still got enough. They've still got, listen, after this weekend, when Calvin Bassey, when Iwobi and Chukwueze goes, I think they could be in a little bit of trouble for a period. But I think now they've got so much quality, I'm not sure Burnley will be able to keep them out. And I just see it going the exact same as Burnley against Palace, to be honest with you. So Cal's gone with a 1-0 Burnley. I've actually gone with a 2-0 Fulham. I think Fulham will keep a clean sheet at Turf Moor. Let us know what you think in the comment section below. Arsenal Wolves, we've both gone with 4-0s. Is what it is. I just think it's going to go that way. I'm not I'm not naive enough to think that Wolves are going to go there and even put up a fight. That Wolves team was, guys, I've not seen a worse team than this. They are so bad. And I know we have Wolves fans watching. I know a lot of Wolves fans comment as well, and I apologise. I don't want to get you too far down. But up against, it's top and bottom, innit? It's top versus bottom. And Arsenal are so good, so defensively assured. If they got a goal, unbelievable. But I just think overall, Wolves are so bad at this moment in time. They're really going to suffer through the international break as well, with the Rockaday going, Agbadu going, Menetzi going. I just look at it now and think we're in a whole world of hurt. So, yeah, we've both gone here with Arsenal 4, Wolves 0. Moving on as well, weirdly, we've both gone with a 2-1 City at Palace as well. I think the rationale here will probably just be City. You've got a little bit too much quality. I think Palace at this moment in time, they look a little bit tired. I think Glasner's come out and already mentioned the fact that the squad depth is a little bit meek at this moment in time. I thought Fulham were quite unlucky not to get a result against them last weekend. I actually thought that Fulham deserved that. And it probably feeds into my last result with Fulham up against Burnley. I think in the last couple of games at Craven Cottage, you've actually been quite unlucky in City and Palace. But yeah, I thought they looked really tired at that point. And yeah, we've both gone with a Palace at 1, City 2. Now, this is quite controversial. I don't know why he's gone with this, but it's Callum, innit? And he could be right. But he's gone with Forest 3, Spurs 1. Now, I think that is a little bit more outlandish, because I know Spurs are a little bit honking at home. They've got like the 16th worst home record, which is horrendous for a team like Tottenham Hotspur. But I also acknowledge the fact that Spurs on the road are miles better. There seems to be like a relinquishing of possession. They just seem to give it to the opposition. It seems to be they're a little bit better when it comes to XG. If you look at the data, they're miles better on the road, and they've got the 3rd best away record in the division. So for me, I favour Spurs on the road here up against Forest. Apologies, Forest fans, but just to balance it out, Cal's gone with 3-1. We do know Forest are better at home. That has to be put into context as well. Forest do have a hell of a lot of quality, but I just feel Spurs on the road are a little bit better than a different team, really. Don't put them up against Arsenal and Chelsea, who actually, inadvertently, I think are the top 2 when it comes to away form teams. But yeah, Cal has gone with Forest 3, Spurs 1. I have gone with Forest 1, Spurs 2. Let us know what you think in the comment section below. The big one, people, the one that everybody's going to be tuning into this weekend, and I think we'll probably end up doing a watch along. We probably will, won't we? So make sure you're staying in tune for that, because it's going to be all 3 of us. But Sunderland, Newcastle. Now, Sunderland fans, let us know what you would take in the comment section below here. I think we've done something on my other channel, actually, the Leeds channel, on AFCON players. And I actually think people are maybe doing Sunderland a little bit of a disservice when it comes to the African players. Interestingly, when we're actually looking at the comparisons of Sunderland and Newcastle, Newcastle have 0 players going to AFCON. Leeds United, 0 players. Chelsea, 0 players. Arsenal, 0 players. But every other team is affected by AFCON in this period of time, which is in and around 5 weeks, depending on how far your team goes. Just to put a little bit of context on that as well, I do think Sunderland are going to miss Ronaldo. I really like Ronaldo. And I understand like replacements, Regis Labrie will work around this, but I do think that is going to take a little bit of adapting after the break, into this AFCON break. Because I think Ronaldo's been brilliant. He's played 72, I think it might be 79% of all Sunderland minutes as well. The other one is Noah Siddiqui. I think Noah Siddiqui's been unbelievable for Sunderland this season. Unbelievable. He's played 99% of their minutes. So, yeah, when it comes to the contribution of African players as well, I think Sunderland could be in around second with like 15, 16% in terms of contributions of African players. I think Fulham are ahead on 19%, so something to keep in mind there. But for this weekend, it means nothing. And to provide balance, I think Newcastle have probably got the best midfield in the league. I've always stood by that. But if you're giving me a combined 11, I'd put Granit Xhaka in probably in replacement of Joe Linton for argument's sake here. I'd still put Bruno and Tonali in. Tonali's an interesting one at this moment in time. A couple of people calling out his form. Harvey Barnes, I feel like at any moment can provide. I don't think he's got out-and-out quality, but what I do know about Harvey Barnes is in the moments of which your team is struggling, i.e. Leicester, i.e. going all the way back to Barnsley and Newcastle, Barnes and West Brom, Barnes will provide you with something, so he's always a constant danger. Murphy, I think, is criminally underrated for Newcastle as well, and once again is a moment's player, but Anthony Gordon looks like obviously he's going to be fit for this one after Leverkusen, and they've got a lot of big players available. Malik Chow has been outstanding this season. But yeah, let us know a combined 11 in the comment section below, everybody. And I might do it on the channel tomorrow, to be honest, in terms of just making it an out-and-out video. But I would go sort of putting Granit Xhaka in that midfield as well. There's an argument for Siddiqui, of course. There is. Habib Diarra has only played 28% of Sunderland's minutes this season, but that would be interesting. Let us know your combined 11s in the comment section below, and I might make it into a video tomorrow in terms of a reaction to what you guys are saying. But it's the biggest game of the weekend, 100%. Sunderland have been excellent this season. I think away from home, they've been very impressive. When you're looking at the Palace results, you look at the Chelsea result in particular, that stands out. Now, you look at Newcastle. Newcastle have been pretty poor away from home. It looks like, and obviously them coming to the stadium light, they've got a reduced capacity. I think when they played them 2 years ago, they had about 9,000. I think KLD dressed it up to be like black and white this and black and white that in hospitality and stuff, and the Sunderland fans were raging. Understandably so, by the way. But it's not going to be like that. I think they've got about 2,000 Newcastle fans been able to travel. But this is a really tough one to call for both of us. Really tough one to call. I don't know who's going to win this one, genuinely. And that is why we've both gone for an absolute stonewaller. Geneva, Switzerland, 1-1. I think derbies, a lot of the time, when it comes to domestic football league campaigns, end up this way anyway. I think Sunderland will have chances. I think Newcastle will have chances. It's going to be an open game. And yeah, fascinating to see what you guys think. Let us know in the comment section below. But Newcastle on the road aren't great, but we have got to bear in mind Sunderland are a newly promoted side. But Sunderland's recruitment has been that good that the parity between the teams this season, especially when it comes to form, isn't that great. So it's going to be fascinating to see. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. I wrote it from score predictions. Cal has gone West Ham for the next one, 1, Aston Villa 2. I've gone with Hammers 3, Villa 1. I don't think Villa have been great. I really don't think Villa have been great. Maybe take that Arsenal game out, and I think the performances for the past month, I think Villa fans would admit this, haven't been like top ebb, but they've been able to get results. And I just think in this game, West Ham at this moment in time, they've lost, 1 in 6. I think the midfield's really good at this moment in time. I think they've got the bit between the teeth. I think at home, obviously, they've won 2 out of the last 3. And I think in 2 of those games, they were really impressive. I just see this being quite a similar game to Newcastle at home. I just see it as been quite a similar game where maybe Villa aren't up for it as much as West Ham are, and West Ham run out winners. And that is going to be huge for the Hammers, because if they can turn around the home form, of which has become a graveyard for West Ham for so many years, that would be 3 out of 4 wins, which would be huge and would likely take them out of the relegation zone. So let us know your thoughts in the comment section below, everybody. But that could be a bit of a swinger, because we've both, he's gone one way and I've gone the other with that. Brentford, Leeds. Oh, God. Guys, I have to be honest. I'm a Leeds fan, a big Leeds fan, but unfortunately, I've got to be honest with this one. This is a big test for Daniel Farke. It's a big test for Leeds United. We've had a brilliant week. Can Leeds continue it, is the question. Can Leeds continue it and prove at the G-Tech that we are not just a one-week wonder, you know? We have actually changed. We've adapted. We're strong. We can compete. That is what, for me, at this moment in time, is still yet to be, decided and seen, really. Cal's gone with Brentford 3, Leeds 1, and I've agreed. So my heart will say Leeds will get a draw down there, which I think would be a brilliant result, but they've lost at the G-Tech once this season to Man City. They're very strong at the G-Tech. They're going to be very, very set-piece laden, which I think is going to see Leeds move into maybe a 4-3-3, which if we keep base principles the same, which are Leeds going direct, but maybe mixing it up with build-up a little bit more in this one because of how direct they are, I think that's probably the route to success. I just wonder if Farke can be that pragmatic and pick the right team, because this needs the right team to be picked. I've gone with Brentford 3, Leeds 1. I think Brentford win this game, and I think then it becomes all on the Palace game. Not all on it, but there's a lot of pressure on the Palace home game at Ellen Road, where I think Leeds might actually nick it under the lights. We know what Ellen Road is, but I'm not panicking too much yet, but I am looking at this game in particular and thinking there's not going to be many teams going down there and winning. If we can win, that drags Brentford right into it, then we're a point behind them. And especially if West Ham win, they're going up the table. And obviously I've got Fulham to win as well. So that puts the mass pressure on Brentford. And then finally, everybody, Cal has gone Man United 2, Bournemouth 1 on Monday night. And I've gone with 2-2. So guys, let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Sorry, this has been a bit different. This won't ever happen again, but it's in my car. It's the only place I can film. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Absolute pleasure, and I'll see you in a bit.